Hello, my name is Jessica LaFay, and for my Earth Space Science demonstration, I am going to cover the NGSS standard for kindergarten. It's KESS 3-2. It states that students ask questions to obtain information about the purpose of weather forecasting to prepare for and respond to severe weather. In this demonstration, I will be showing you how to create simple weather forecasting tools with items that you can find at the dollar store or at home or probably in the school. We're going to create a rain gauge, which measures the amount of rainfall, an anemometer, which measures wind speed, and I could be saying that wrong, so forgive me if I'm saying it incorrectly. And we're also going to make a weather vane, which measures wind direction. What you're going to need to make these items are, I'm going to go by each item. So for the rain gauge, what you're going to need is a plastic bottle. You don't need the lid. You're going to need an empty plastic bottle. 2 liters will work the best. What you're going to do, you're going to need a plastic bottle, a permanent marker, a ruler or measuring tape, and scissors and tape. What you're going to do is fold your bottle kind of in half since it's empty. Mine has these lines on it, so I'm just going to go on these lines. I'm going to cut the top 1/4 of the bottle off. So what you get is like a little funnel kind of cone here, and then a cup. Okay. What you're going to do to create your rain gauge is you're going to take your funnel there, and it's upside down. You're going to invert it, and then you're just going to stick it inside of your cup. And take your clear tape or whatever tape you have that's available. I had packing tape available, so. And then on that seam, you're going to tape it together, just so that way when you place it outside, if it's storming and it gets really windy, it's just not going to fall up. And then what you're going to do after that is take your measuring tape, and there's in inches, you're going to lay it on the side. You're going to take your permanent marker and measure 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, and I'd say only up to 4 inches on this side of the bottle. It's going to look like that. Then you're going to number 4, 3, 2, 1. Just like that. And you'll be able to see, and you can write inches behind it if you want, since we want to tell our students to always make sure they add the unit of measurement. So 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, 1. So you place that outside, the rain fills up, and you can tell how much rainfall you have. That was our rain gauge. Next, we're going to do our weather vane. A weather vane measures wind direction. You can see those on top of barns and all kinds of things. What you're going to need for that is 2 paper plates, one for the base of your weather vane, and one to cut out and make your point and your tail of your directional tool. You're also going to need a straw. I don't know if I said that earlier. You're going to need a straw to make this also. So you're going to cut the first paper plate and make your point and your tail. And then you're going to tape those on to your straw, which I have already done. You're going to get your large paper plate, and you're going to poke a hole in it. That way, just enough for a pencil to be able to move around in there. And it doesn't have to move, it should actually stay stationary. So mine's pretty tight, I don't think it will move. After you've poked the hole, you're going to take a straight edge and you're going to mark your plate into 4 different sections, creating a pie, kind of like this, and you're going to label it north, south, east, and west. Okay. You're going to take your paper clip, which I'm not sure if I said that you needed at the beginning, but you will need a paper clip. And I'm just breaking off just a piece of the paper clip. You can do this before for your students, it's probably better. Okay. So I just have a small piece of a paper clip here. I'm going to poke a hole in my straw, right through there. Okay. And then with that, I'm going to poke it in the top of the eraser. You will want to use a number 2 pencil for this because you need that eraser on top. You can also use a thumbtack instead of a paper clip. I just figured paper clips were cheaper and you can get more for a less price. Okay, so I have that in, have the paper clip poked into my pencil and through my straw with the tail and the point on it. Okay, after you have this, you can test it by blowing on it, and then you're going to just stick that into your paper plate. You can tape your pencil into place so that way it does not move. And that way your tool moves. So I'm not sure if you can see this whole thing. It kind of ends up looking like this. Now I put this kind of in crooked into my, there we go. So it ends up looking like that. You blow, or you put it outside. Obviously you wouldn't just blow in class, but, and mine's pointing to the west. So that is how you make your weather vane, a simple weather vane. And the anemometer. I made this previously because I was using solo cups instead of Dixie cups. I recommend using Dixie cups for this. They don't have to be the Dixie cups. You can use the off-brand. It's they're just smaller to use, especially if you're working with kindergartners. You want a smaller tool. You can probably also use toilet paper rolls and cover the end with paper. You could probably also use those little cone cups that you get from like water companies. Those would probably work especially well because they'll catch the air and spin easier than a regular cup. So what you need for this is 5 cups, and I have a pencil and 2 straws here. So I have connected the 2 straws together in an X. I have pre-poked holes in the cups because I just figure young kids probably don't need to be poking stuff through cups with sharp objects and hurting themselves or each other. So you're going to, I had to tape these ones on. You're going to make an X with your straws and attach your X to your pencil. So I attached the X to the pencil. Then, with your pre-poked holes in the sides of your cups, you will slide them onto the straws, making sure that the front of one cup matches up to the back of another, looking like this. So you're going to get something that looks like this. There you go. And this one cup isn't wanting to stay. I'm going to cut that a little more. There we go. Might have to take that one too. Okay, so you're going to get something that looks like this. And what happens is you put the pencil inside of your cup, which I'm going to trim my cup down because it is very tall and my cups are very tall. So I want to make sure that we can get this to spin so you can see what it looks like. And I have seen this attached to a paper plate base like the weather vane, but it does have a little stand here like this. So you have a pre-poked hole in the bottom of this cup. You're going to take your anemometer and place it in the bottom there. And as you blow, with the Dixie cups, they're not as heavy, so this will work much better. I just used what I had on hand, so I apologize for it not really staying up like it should. So what you'll do with this is, when you blow, when the wind blows in there, it catches in these cups and it starts to turn. You won't get a mile per hour measurement because this isn't that sophisticated of a tool, but you can tell by the quickness of the spin, or if it's spinning slower, you can tell whether the wind is blowing fast or slow. You can use this hands-on project as a center. You can have the children create it, and then the next day they can either take it home or they can take it outside, and they can use their weather forecasting tools to log on a log that the wind speed was really fast today or really slow. The wind was blowing to the north or to the northeast, and we got 0 rain today, or we've got 1 inch of rain today, and they can keep track of that for a week, 2 weeks, throughout a unit that you're going over. The cost of this demo is fairly inexpensive, as I just had everything at home already, so I just used what I had on hand. But if you wanted to purchase the items, you could go to Dollar Tree and probably get it for very, very cheap. I would say max $10 maybe for a classroom of like 30 to 35 kids. You could have them even bring stuff in from home. These bottles, you can have them bring an empty bottle from home. Pencils, you know, they have pencils in class, but they need to use them. So you can use, you can get the pencils from Dollar Tree. They have, I think, a package of 5 or 6 for $1. So you can get those fairly inexpensive as well. Let's see what else. Mostly everything you can get at Dollar Tree. The straws, I know you can get a large package for $1. You could use this demonstration as a beginning to a weather forecasting unit, or you could use it for for the students to learn about severe weather and the things to look for with their tools when it comes to severe weather. I'm not sure what else. I think that covers everything. If you have any questions, just leave a comment on my video in the discussion board. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy.